As promised in the last video, I said that I was going to be doing a 1500 subscriber Q&A, and well, here we are now. I'm going to be reading off some comments that I have on my YouTube, my Instagram, and anywhere else that I can find questions for you guys. But yeah, let's get straight into this. Alright, so to start off, I'm going to be starting on my Instagram, and I'm going to go under the picture that I posted saying I was going to be having a Q&A and reading some of those questions for you guys. The first one says, what kind of engine management are you running on your turbo truck and how much boost are you running? I'm currently looking at the hard body right now. I have my camera on my hood, and I'm running, I think, 5 or 6 pounds. That's what yeah, 5 or 6. Let's just say 6 for now, 5, whatever you want to say, you know. But I'll just say 6 pounds of boost right now. And engine management, I'm not sure what you're talking about, like what type of, like, I really don't know what engine management means, but if you're talking about like mods or whatever, it's a bone stock KA, like what these trucks come with, unless you have like an older generation that has a Z24. But this is a single cam KA. All it has is an 06 Mustang fuel pump and a eBay fuel pressure regulator, and then the eBay turbo kit, and that's pretty much it. That's all I got. With 6 pounds of boost. I don't know how much horsepower I'm making. I haven't dynoed it, haven't tuned it. It's on the stock tune, stock, everything's stock. I am planning on tuning in the future once I find somebody who's, you know, down to tune this, because I've asked a lot of tuners and they all say that they can't tune this truck because of whatever reason. But I asked myself, like, how do you tune a 240 and you can't tune this? But whatever, I'll find somebody eventually, and then I'll tune it once I find someone. If you guys know of anyone, leave their description or whatever, their info, whatever, down in the comments, so I can, you know, try to get this truck tuned so it'll be running like cherry. But next question, what's next for the 720? Well, I ordered a couple parts for the 720, but they're not really like that crazy of, I don't know how to explain it, they're not like crazy mods or anything, they're just simple little things. But I guess the next would be maybe a mirror, because my mirror is broken. If you guys have seen my videos, you know that my passenger side mirror is broken, so that's next. I already ordered that, and that should be coming in sometime next week, maybe. I'm not sure. If you could swap the mini truck with any engine, what would it be and why? I don't know if you're talking about the boosted lawnmower, or, you know, my hard body, or my 720. But if it was the boosted lawnmower, and depending on how much money I had and everything, but I would either do a 5.3, you know, from a Chevy, like a pickup, or, you know, any car like that, a 5.3 V8, because I've heard that they're pretty cheap. I don't actually know, but I've heard. So either that, or if I have a lot of money, then I would probably do a 2J swap, because 2Js are awesome. Or if not, RB, but RB is a little harder. At least from what I've heard, I don't know. But it would be either 2J, RB, or 5.3. And for my 720, I would do a KA24E, so pretty much what the hard bodies come with stock, or even a 240 single cam engine. Maybe even a dual cam, depending on what I find. But I have extra KAs in my backyard, so I'd probably throw that in there. I would want to keep it almost stock, but just not the Z24, because I'm not really a fan of that engine. It doesn't have that much power. Alright, so now I'm on YouTube, and I clicked on the video where I painted the rims on my turbo drift truck, which I'm sure you guys have seen. It's just my hard body with some white steelies. But I get this question asked, it's been like in there, I don't know how to explain it, I get asked all the time. What's the info and rim tire combo? I'm digging them size on all that. I don't really know, some people don't know how to text. But they are 15 by 10 steelies, 0 offset, with a 195/55 tire, and I got the rims for like $300. They were used, but they had tires, and the tires were actually pretty good. They were just kind of like they had a little bit of camber wear, not a lot, and one of them was flat, and I just aired it up, and it still holds air to this day. And believe it or not, those are the tires that I'm running on my 720 wheels. The wheels that are on my 720, yeah, you get what I'm saying. And they still run fine, but since that truck doesn't have camber, just a tiny bit up front, then I don't really have a problem with it. But I'm going to be getting new tires sometime in the future. How much you get those Steelies for? Like I said, 300 bucks, like 350, 300. I don't really know, but it's in the 300s. But if you wanted to buy those new, you could buy them from Diamond Racing Co. I don't know, Diamond Racing Steelies wheels, Diamond Racing wheels, something like that. You guys have heard of them probably. And the reason I bought those wheels is because they have like the D shape. If you guys know what I'm talking about with Steelies, they have like a nice D shape. Because I was gonna buy the other Steelies that have like little triangles in them, but those are, to me, they look cheaper because they look like trailer wheels that are just widened. But they are a lot cheaper than the D ones, which are called bullet holes, I guess. I don't know. So that's why I got those instead of the triangle ones. So my friend asked, what's your opinion on S10s? I'm not really a fan of S10s. I like more like older Datsuns and Nissans and Toyotas. But S10s are pretty cool. Like I said, I don't know what year exactly you're talking about. Maybe like your year. And if I had one like that, I don't know what year that is. Maybe like 90s. I don't know. But if I had something like that, I would definitely have like a mini truck, like, you know, like the mini trucks that you think of, which like that are like bagged and like C-notch, like laying frame on the floor. That's what I would probably do with an S10 if I had one. But more for like sporty trucks or whatever you want to call it. Not really sporty, more like racers. I would have what I have now. Like, that's, you know, what I would have. But S10s are cool. They're just not really my favorite. And then, what kind of turbo kit are you running? It is a Sport JDM turbo kit for a Nissan 240 SX. It's pretty much a single cam KA. That's what it's for. But it's just listed as a 240 turbo kit. And it's got a CX Racing manifold. So pretty much everything is eBay here. Wastegate, everything is eBay. But if you wanted to buy the same exact kit, it would be a Sport JDM turbo kit. Oh, and then another question that I get asked that I just remembered is, what kind of rims am I running on my 720? Those are Centerline billet aluminum Scorpion series, something like that. I'm not too sure. Those are 15 by 10. I'm not sure about the offset. I think it's like -2. I don't know. It's like barely anything. I got those for like $100, $150. I got a good deal on those. But when I bought them, they were like complete trash. They looked like dog crap, and they had Plasti Dip on them that like somebody put like a really thin layer, so it was super hard to get off. And I drove like 4 hours to go get those when I first got them, but I mean, it was worth it because each rim is like $400. So I mean, $100, $150. Why not, right? So I bought those, and yeah, those are what those are. That's because everyone asked me. Someone asked, where'd you get your setup from? Where I asked that I was gonna have a Q&A. I bought that at a swap meet, bro. Honestly, you could literally find those at like any swap meet. Not anything crazy. Some guy asked, where you were riding? I was riding in Moreno Valley, I think. So if you guys are from like the Inland Empire, you should know where that's at. Can you install fuel pressure regulator on a carburetor? To be honest, man, I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't think you can, because I think a carburetor, it's more like a flow through and it works a little different. But if any of you guys know, then, you know, leave it down in the comments, so that guy, if he's watching, then he can, you know, because he probably has a carbureted truck or something. But as far as I don't think you can. I think it's more on fuel injected, but obviously the audience, you know, you guys know a lot of stuff. UAIG, I don't know what that means. Maybe like if I have an Instagram, yeah, it's like Stone Broke Garage, same as everything. Down in the description below, if that's what you meant. I don't even know. Best dog, gorgeous dog. What do cops say? Don't you guys get defect notices like we in Australia? I don't really drive this this boosted hard body on the streets that much, unless just like up and down my street. But I'm pretty sure if I drove it, I would definitely get pulled over a lot because it's just missing a lot of stuff. It's loud, and cops here in California are, you know, they hassle you for a lot of stuff. And as far as my 720, I haven't gotten pulled over yet, but I've gotten some pretty mean looking faces, like cops. When they see me, they just kind of mad dog me. And they could pull me over if they wanted to because I have a straight pipe exhaust, which is improper, too low, which I'm not really low, but according to California, I'm too low. And my tires stick out past my fenders, which is dangerous because I could throw rocks on people. I don't know, just if I want to get pulled over, I can get pulled over and get a lot of tickets, but I haven't gotten pulled over yet, thank God, but hopefully I don't get pulled over anytime soon. How much you get to steal these for? I get that question asked so much. Dream car? Growing up, my dream car was probably a 240 SX S13 hatch, and I never got one. I got my 720, my first car, truck, and then I kind of just fell in love with mini trucks, and now my YouTube channel is about mini trucks and not 240s. But yeah, that was my dream car. I still want to, and that's what I wanted to do when I wanted 240s, drift it. I've been wanting to drift ever since I was little. Yeah. And then this one, who taught me how to drive? I don't think anyone really taught me how to drive. It's more like I just hopped in a car and just started driving. The first time I ever drove a manual vehicle was actually a 1980 720 in Mexico. That's my friend's, and he still has it, I think. I don't know. But it was a 720, which is cool because that's my truck. That's what I have. And that's the same thing my neighbor has. But it was a 720, and that's the first thing I ever drove. And it wasn't hard at all because I had, if you guys know and watch my videos, you guys know that I ride my quad, you know, by Banshee. And that's manual, so I learned how to drive manual on my other one because I used to have another one, and I learned how to drive manual on that. So that's why if you drive dirt bikes or quads or anything that's manual, then when you get into driving cars, it's really easy. It's the same. It's almost the same. It's really easy. So if you guys are too young to drive manual or drive a car and you want to learn how to drive manual, I would suggest, you know, riding a dirt bike, a quad or something, and learning how to drive manual on that. So then when you get yourself a car, you can get a manual car, and you kind of already have the idea like in your head, like clutch. So I found this last question that I was about to end the video, but I found this last question. What made me get into mini trucks? I would honestly have to say that what made me get into mini trucks was my dad. He's the one that influenced me, I guess, the most, because like I said, I wanted a 240 when I was like 13 or whatever, and I told my dad I wanted a 240. And he was like, yeah, that's cool, but I mean, I don't know. And then a couple years went by, a couple months, whatever, and then he started telling me, like, you wouldn't want a mini truck? And at first I thought, you know, why would I want a mini truck? Because, like, let's be honest, mini trucks, if you see them stock all the time and you've never seen one that's like slammed or something, you would obviously think it's a work truck. So I was like, no, I don't want a work truck, I want a sports car. So then one day he was like, let's go look at this one, you want to? And I was like, sure, why not? So we went to go look at it. It was 1985 720, 4-inch blocks, and then like some 15x7 steelies. I still remember it. And we looked at it. It was like $1,000, but it had like fees over like $1,000 for tags that were like due. So it was gonna come out to like 2,000 something, 3,000. It wasn't even that clean or nice. So we were like, nah, let's not get that. And then we looked at a couple, and I didn't really like any of them. And then one day I got home from school, and he's like, you want to go look at this one? It's nice. So I was like, sure, which is what my truck is now. So we went up to Apple Valley, if you guys know where that's at. That's maybe like a hour drive maybe from where I live, depending on how slow you drive. I don't know if it's an hour drive, it's probably less. And we went up there, we went to go look at it. It was pretty clean. It had just some like stock steelies, 2-inch blocks, bone stock, 85, tan. And we test drove it and we bought it. We drove it home with no tags because they were expired from like a month or something like that, which don't ever do that. If you're gonna buy a car, don't do that. Just trailer it home or get a tow truck. But we did it anyways because we were dumb. So we did that, got it home, and it sat in front of my house for a couple months. And then I bought my Steelies, threw them on. They were green. They looked kind of funky because I had like a, you know, Steelies are 15s, they're pretty small. And then on a truck that's got a 2-inch drop, which is barely anything, I had like a wheel gap about this big, and that just looked, you know, funky. And I had it like that for like a month or two. And then I got my aluminum wheels, threw those on, and still had the truck parked in front of my house. And then after that, I told my dad, I was like, I think I want to lower it. Cause that's when I started I made my Instagram, and then I started following other guys on Instagram and seeing their trucks, how they had lowered. So that kind of made me like, maybe a truck would look nice if it was lowered. So then I lowered it. It looked kind of nice. Cut the exhaust off, sounded alright. And then put a sound system in it, and then it sounded alright, even better. And then that kind of just made me grow into it. And then after that, when I started my Instagram, I thought, since I just did all those, like I put bed liner on the bed, I put a sound system in it, I lowered it, I put rims on it, like, I was like, maybe people would want to watch that, I'm not sure, but heck, why not, give it a shot. So then I started my YouTube channel, which is now up to 1,500 subscribers, and yeah, I just started working on my truck. I was gonna drift it, so I put a welded diff in it, and then like a month later maybe, or even less, I bought my boosted hard body. So now this is my drift truck, and that's more like my daily. But that's kind of like story time for the end. But I would say my dad influenced me to get it, and my dad also had the exact same color, just same year, I think. Back when he was younger, he had a 720 King Cab. I think it was like a 83, 84, I'm not too sure. And he had it slammed with some 15x10s. And that's why he was like, you should get a truck like that and do the same steps or things, make it look similar. So then I guess my dad is kind of what like made me like mini trucks, and now I'm into mini trucks. Like, they're cool, and they're a lot cheaper than a sports car. Like a hard body to me is the same exact thing as a 240 except for the body and suspension and all that, but blah blah, you could do your own suspension, but you have the same engine, same transmission. You could just weld the diff, put some modded knuckles on a hard body, put an eBay turbo kit, and I feel like it's the same exact thing as having a 240. And then suspension, there's companies that make suspension out there, but I haven't been able to find them myself. But I know there's companies, because I've seen them, that make suspension parts for these trucks, and you could just do that and it'll be a lot cheaper, I'm guessing. I'm not guessing, I know it'll be a lot cheaper. But yeah, that's it for this. Hope you enjoyed that little story time at the end of how I got my truck. If you guys want to see more videos like that, I can make another one of more in detail about my 720, and then even one about my hard body if you guys want to. But yeah, that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it or whatever, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. That's what I meant to say. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if I didn't get to answer your questions, then I'll be making another Q&A sometime down the road in the future, which I'll probably answer your questions. But for those of you who asked your questions, hopefully I answered them. Or for those of you who are curious, hopefully now you know a little bit more about me. I don't know. And yeah, subscribe to watch more videos on my 720 or my hard body if you're into mini trucks like me. But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Like I always say, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing, but I'll see you guys on the next one.